Mad Alliance was howling as Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. So this is going to be my discussion for the second season opening for Attack on Titan. So there would be a reaction before my discussion, but what happened was, I reacted to it. I actually watched it twice in the recording just because I thought it was that good, and then I discussed it and everything. But what happened was, I edited the video and everything. I had the video ready to be uploaded when I was going to upload it, and I literally saw the video just disappear, like, before my eyes. I didn't delete it or anything. I wasn't pressing anything. The video had finished saving as a video to be uploaded. It was in my files. It literally, I literally watched it just, it literally just, and I don't know what happened to it. I didn't press anything to delete it or anything. So I don't know. I have no clue what happened to it. So I could watch it again, but I'm not gonna. I mean, I've already seen it a bunch of times now, so there's no real reason for me to watch it again in this video other than just for the sake of me, you guys seeing me watching it. But I've already watched it a ton of times now. So this, even though you're not going to get my initial reaction, I think this still works because now I've seen it a bunch of times. So instead of my initial reaction, you're going to get more of my thorough thoughts and ideas that I have from the opening, because I've watched it and listened to it a bunch of times. So first, I do want to apologize for that happening. Like I said, I don't know what happened to it. It isn't like I wasn't looking when it happened and it's just like, where to go? No, I saw it just literally just blink out of existence. I don't know what happened to it. So I apologize for whatever or however that happened. But first, I do want to talk about the actual song itself. I definitely, after listening to it, I want to say this. Have you guys... This happens to me a lot for anime openings. I'll listen to an opening for like the first one or two times and I'll be like, yeah, okay, but you always still like the first one the most because you're most used to it, you know? So when you listen to another one, you're like, the first few times, it's like, yeah, okay, it's alright, it's alright. Then, by your 10th time listening to it, you're trying to recite lyrics from it, and you freaking love the song. That's what happens to me with pretty much every single anime opening. The first few times I'll listen to a new opening, it's like, yeah, okay, it's alright. I mean, I still like the first one better. But then, as you keep listening to it, you enjoy it more and more. You enjoy the visuals more and more as well, depending on what exactly is going on. So that's just something I want to say, because that's something that happens to me a lot whenever I watch and listen to anime openings. And I wanted to see if it's the same with any of you. But talking about the song itself, I definitely enjoyed the song not more than the very first opening song, but I did enjoy the season 2 opening song better than the season 1 second opening song. I enjoyed that one too, but I definitely enjoyed this one a lot more. I just really like it the whole entire way through. It's really great. In the beginning, the beginning, I don't really know a lot of musical terms, so I'm just going to say the beginning of the song sounded similar to the beginning of the very first opening, that song of Attack on Titan. The beginning of the season 2 opening sounded similar to that, but kind of like I said, I don't know musical terms, so I guess it sounded like a softer version of the very first opening. It was really cool. And what else? I don't think I have anything else to say about the music, except I liked it literally the whole entire way through. The more and more I listened to it, the more and more I love that music the whole entire way through. Okay, so the first time I listened to the opening, it's just like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's cool. The second time was like, wow, I'm really digging this. Then the 10th time I listen to the opening, I hear myself singing Sasageyo, Sasageyo, Shinzu wa Sasageyo. That is gotta be hands down my favorite part of the entire opening. That is one of the things that makes the entire opening for me. When Levi and everyone jumps down the wall at the Titans and you see the flags and it makes you feel all patriotic for a country that probably doesn't even exist. I love that part. So I say that part so much. I always say that part whenever I listen to the opening now. That is one of my favorite things to say in any opening of any anime. But as far as that goes, yeah, I don't have anything else to say about the song. I love the song, I love the song a lot more than the song for the second opening of season 1. It almost beats the song of the very first opening. Almost, like it isn't that much. I still like the first opening song the best, but it's like that much, I'd say. Like it's close. It's close. The visuals, I think I like the first opening the best, but I think I like the visuals the best in this opening. In this season 2 opening, I think has my favorite visuals for any of the Attack on Titan openings, because I really love the part when Eren and all the soldiers, they're all getting ready, and then you just see Rainer and the other dude just casually walking by as if nothing is up with them. And then you see the Titan in the wall, which we have seen that from. Oh, that's also something I need to mention about the opening, is anything that would have or maybe wouldn't have spoiled me. So the Titan in the wall, we saw that since the end cutscene of episode 25 of season 1. So we knew about that. That wouldn't have spoiled me or anything. Beast, I'll talk about that at the end. I'll talk about what the Beast Titan thing at the end. One of my favorite shot though of the entire opening, it's around the 47-48 mark. It's a group shot. It's a group shot of I think Armin, Mikasa, Eren, Levi, Hanji, Erwin, and I think Sasha, Connie. I think that's all. I might be missing 1 or 2 people, but I know it was at least all those people. That was my absolute favorite shot of the entire opening. I don't know what, I love that group shot. Eren versus Armored Titan. That was in the opening, and that could have. Listen, here's the thing. I knew about Armored Titan, but I didn't. See, thing is, I don't think it would have spoiled me, really. Because, listen, think about this. When I watched the season 3 opening for Boku no Hero Academia, I watched that right after I watched the first episode of season 3. And in that, it showed that All Might vs. All for One was going to happen. So, I knew about that. But then, it was still just as hype seeing the actual fight go down. So, I think I could have watched the season 2 opening as soon as I finished watching the first episode of season 2. Well, I mean, Kingfoot would have been spoiled, because I didn't know anything about Kingfoot until I watched the first episode of season 2. So if I watched the opening before that, then yeah, Kingfoot was pretty much the only spoiler, because even though I didn't know that Eren versus Armored Titan would happen, at least so soon, is the same thing for All Might versus All for One. I saw that in the opening, then I was still just as hyped to see the actual fight. So I think it would have been the same thing in this situation with Attack on Titan. I would have seen that Eren versus Armored Titan was going to happen in the season. It gets me hyped up. Then I'm still just as hyped to see the actual fight. So I don't think it would have been a big deal for me to have seen Eren versus Armored Titan in the opening. And also, I wouldn't have known it was Reiner. If I watched the season 2 opening right when I started season 2, I wouldn't have known that it was Reiner because there was no hints or anything in the opening that it was Reiner. It just showed the Armored Titan. And speak of that shot of Eren versus Armored Titan, and then there was another shot when the soldiers were doing their salute, and then a shot at the end when it showed Kingfoot and some of the animals. They had like this crystal thing in them, and I'm still thinking about that now. Like, what it could, is it their heart? I guess it looked kind of crystalistic, but it was in the spot, it was on the left side of their chest. So I'm going to assume it was symbolizing their heart. And I'm thinking about, because I'm thinking if it has any correlation to anything that's going to happen within season 2, because with Attack on Titan, a lot of things that's shown is usually not shown for no reason. It usually, most things that's shown usually has some sort of purpose, especially something like that. And it showed it within, you know, the Titan shifters, and it showed it within just the regular human soldiers as well. It makes me think, what was that there literally just to symbolize their hearts, or does it have some sort of deeper meaning, or will it have some sort of bigger correlation with anything that goes on within the show? I want that answer for me. If it won't spoil anything, if it'll spoil anything, then don't answer it for me. But that's something that I'm wondering. So that was cool seeing Eren and Armored Titan in the opening. Like I said, it pretty much would have been the same thing with All Might versus All for One. It's just something that I see to get me hyped up for what's to come, and it didn't spoil that it was Reiner, so I don't think it would have been that big of an issue. And also, I mean, the creators of the show, you know, they kind of want you to watch these openings at the beginning. That's why they're at the beginning of the show. They want you to watch it to hype you up for what's to come. So I think I don't really have to wait to get to a certain episode within a show or anime to watch the opening. I think I could just watch it at the first episode, you know, when I watched the first episode. But like I said, Kingfoot, that would have been spoiled for me because I knew nothing about him until after I watched the first episode. And speaking of Kingfoot, this was a huge WTF moment for me the first time that I watched I remember the first time I watched it, I saw Kingfoot and all those different animals running with him, and I was like, what? I did. That's why I had to watch it a second time in my recording, just because of that part alone made me want to watch it a second time when I was recording my reaction for it. And that's still a WTF moment for me now. They had the crystal heart-like things in them. They were all running at, I don't know where. It was Kingfoot and like a dinosaur and a giraffe and a whale. I think an elephant maybe. That's still a huge WTF moment, because is that gonna play any part? Kingfoot was there with them, and he's in the show. Are those other animals gonna play a part in the show, or was it just in the opening, just for it to be in the opening? Or I don't know. That's still a huge WTF moment for me. And the question that I need answered. And I'm glad I thought of this, because my favorite. Well, I don't know if I could say my favorite shot was the group shot anymore, because I think this is my favorite shot. This is one of my favorite parts in any opening for any show that I've seen, or for any anime that I've seen so far. It's the part when I remember freaking out at this part when I watched it for the first time. Colossal Titan just sweeps off a mountain, like he sweeps off chunks of a mountain. Chunks of the mountain go flying on the military police and survey corps as they're running and stuff. They're dodging it and stuff. It's very great, fast-paced animation, and then Mikasa uses her ODM gear. She's flying around everywhere. She gets Eren, tosses Eren, flings Eren. Eren bites his thumb and becomes Eren Titan and goes at the Armor Titan. I loved that. I want that. Please tell me that shot is going to be somewhere in season 2. I hope. Well, don't spoil it for me. If it is. If it isn't, then well, no, don't even tell me if it isn't. I don't want to be let down. I'll find out for myself if it is or not. Okay. But that is one of my favorite shots in any opening for any anime I've watched, and I've watched openings for 5 anime so far, so that should let you know how good that shot is. The animation, everything was. That was when the Sasageo part was getting hyped up more too. That scene, that part was gold. I loved that part. That part and the group shot were my favorite parts. That part, the group shot, and the Sasageo part were my favorite parts of the entire the whole opening was good. Okay, I love this opening. Like I said, it almost beats the season 1 first opening. That's how good the second opening is. I love this opening. Very last thing that I need to mention. I almost forgot it. The dude holding the child's hand. What is that? Because I have no clue. I don't know who the child. I have no clue who the child could be. I have no clue who the adult could be. But I know they're not just going to put a child and an adult holding hands for no reason. It has some meaning that I don't know yet. Don't spoil it for me if it'll be spoilers. Okay? Don't. If it won't spoil me, no, just don't. It'll probably spoil me. I'll find out sooner or later, but it definitely has some sort of correlation within the show, I'm sure. Other than that, I think that's all I really have to discuss. I've discussed pretty much the entire opening, everything I want to talk about, at least. If you guys enjoyed my discussion, let me know what you thought. Again, I apologize for not being able to have my reaction. I could, like I said, I could watch it again right here. I mean, it'd still be pretty hype for me to watch it, but, you know, I want, you know, it won't be my initial reaction. It'll be my reaction after I've watched it a bunch of times. So, yeah, I am sorry about that happening. I don't know what happened to the video. But I hope you all still enjoyed my discussion. Links for all my social media will be down below in the description box. Matt, smash the like button. Share this video with anyone you feel would enjoy. If you are new around here and you like what you see, tap the subscribe button and ding on the notification bell to join the Mad Alliance on our journey to 100,000 subscribers. My name's Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. Hope you all have a marvelous day. Mad out. Mad. Strong. Together.